So ladders are not the way to go to train your speed and quickness. I'm Alex from Elite Football Conditioning, and today what we're going to take a little look at is training quickness, your ability to react and change direction, absorb force, accelerate and decelerate as fast as you possibly can. Now, the way to do this isn't necessarily, as I've explained, by doing tons of ladder drills and just trying to do them quicker. It doesn't work like that. That's like trying to run faster without actually training to run faster and just saying, well, try running faster. It's not going to work. So what we're actually going to do is take a look at the qualities that are going to help make us a little bit quicker. Now, the first thing in this department is ditch the shoes, okay? More often than not, hold on, we'll cut, so you can keep that rolling. So we'll cut there. So ditch the shoes, okay? More often than not, when I'm working with guys, working with footballers in the gym, we've got trainers that are now about that deep in their soul, and all they do is absorb force and take away from the work that the foot and ankle needs to be doing. Now, we're going to go from there, and we're just going to start with a real simple high heel walk. And when we do these little steps, I'm only moving about half a foot forwards each time with each ground contact, and I'm staying as high on the ball of the foot as I possibly can, whilst each time the foot comes up off the floor, I'm trying to snap my laces up towards my shin. The purpose of that is to create a stiff ankle joint. So that then means that when we come into doing running and jumping, if we can hit the floor with a stiff ankle, it's like hitting it with a spring. We're going to get a lot more pop back from the pitch or the surface or whatever we're playing on in order to actually propel us forwards or into a jump. So the next exercise, we're going to take those same skills of being high on the ball of the foot, working each individual leg, and we're going to combine it together to do what like a pogo. So we're going to be like a pogo stick. So we're going to keep fairly stiff knees. We're just going to start off with shallow bounces. Again, each time I contact the floor, the heel stays up. And then when I come off the floor, both feet are going to come up towards the shin again, snapping the laces up. We can then build that in from going from shallow pogos to a little bit more height. And then we can do it whilst traveling. And it doesn't take a lot of repetitions to get the benefit from that. Simply practicing that, keeping that stiff foot and ankle is going to help us massively. Now, the next one that we're going to do is, again, we're going to come back to single leg. I'm going to work on getting a bit more height. So again, we're going to start with that stiff ankle, tall through the trunk and the midline. And you can do this on your stair at home. And you're just going to pop. And you're going to come back to the box each time. And you're just looking for a good reactive pop from the floor. So again, I'm not dropping and then bending the knee to then jump up. The reason for that is it's too slow. We want to be quick. So the knee should only bend as much as it needs to, which for these exercises isn't a lot. And that means that when you're on the pitch, if you're going to run and change direction, if that is enough of a knee bend to send you back the other way, that's all we need. Why would you go even lower to go back? Because it's even slower, so don't do it. Now, we're going to combine that and those little reactive hops and pops, and we're going to work multi-directional, okay? So the ability to change direction, be quick and work at speed isn't always linear. It's not always one way. You're not always going to turn one way. You're going to use your foot in a variety of ways, and that means that the ankle needs to be capable of moving in any direction that you have to go. So with this, I've just got a little speed hoop. There's a few different sides on this which will give you good angles and indicators as to where you're going to jump and where you're going to work. You can use imaginary lines, you can use pitch markings, whatever you want, but you're going to be working a variety of directions. So you can just work, again, forwards and backwards. You can work at a diagonal. Again, keeping the hips square. You can work out to the side. And again, here you'll see that I'm working, changing both directions all the way through the ankle. And then we're going to go forwards and backwards again. You can do that all the way around the clock. Again, make sure you do both legs. And that is a real nice series of little progressions. You can include those in your warm-ups. Every time before training and matches, make sure that my boys are all doing the little reactive ankle hops, because if you've got the ankle, the calf as the foundation for your ability to run, change direction, that could be the difference between getting to the ball first, winning the header, getting into a tackle, winning your 50-50s. And if you can win your 50-50s, or if you can make those 50-50s into a 60-40 or a 70-30 in your favour, chances are you're going to get noticed, the coach is going to love you, and your team are most likely going to benefit from that. So start simple, progress it up, and work on that strength and speed.